You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Beer always helps. Mm-hmm. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. I'm Dave.
I'm Melissa.
And, still on this weird voice kind of thing going. It's the outdoors. I've taken the meds, but...
I'm still battling that cold, the end
voice.
of the cold thing that I got right before my surgery. Like, I'm still kind of, like, it's not bad. Like, it's not nearly as bad. I mean,
you don't
I
think
just
you got it from the hospital, do you?
No, I know exactly where I got it. My son had a cold and didn't realize he had a cold because he also has allergies, and his allergies are worse than mine, partially because he probably doesn't take allergy meds.
So you've been licking doorknobs or anything?
I don't know. But anyway, he knew he had a cold, and, I'm like, that would have been a great thing to tell your mother who was going into surgery, that you had a cold. So, yeah. So anyway, but it's still like, and I think like Dan got it too, and both of us are still like having that end of cold cough. And I'm like, I don't think either one of us has had a cold. Like, I got COVID last year around the same time. And in between that, I haven't had a cold. So I do wonder if it's just hitting harder because neither one of us have been sick in a long time.
I also think it's germ warfare. The terrorists.
I'm sure the terrorists gave me a cold.
They've been putting it in all of our doorknobs.
Yeah. It just feels like a regular cold.
Right?
Yeah.
Terrorists.
Close
the borders.
Maybe my colds always last this long, but because I wear masks so much more often than I used to. And P.S. by the way, even though everywhere you go now you don't have to wear a mask, including hospitals, I just ordered a fuck ton of masks on from Honeywell because I like their masks, and because I went to the doctor this week. And I had a mask on because, I've been under the, I'm still coughing. So I just didn't think
doctor's office, you have sick people. It's a good idea. There.
Right. But he told me, because he didn't have a mask on and I was fine with that. But he reminded me that we didn't have to. And I said, I still have the remnants of a cold that I've had for a few weeks now or a couple weeks now. And I'm like, I just feel like it's just, nobody wants to hear me coughing without a mask. And he was like, this is one of the great things about, he goes, this is one of the things I think is really positive about the pandemic, that people seem a little more genuinely concerned about that. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't even have occurred to me back then before it. Yeah. And now I just feel like it would be rude. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see that.
I'm still coming to grips with my now not wearing a mask anymore. Because I used to be one of the holdouts.
Yeah. Well, Dan was a holdout too. And now I just figure like it's not like the masks go bad or anything. So, and then I have one friend who I do see on the regular who always wants to still wear a mask, and I respect that because I care about this friend a lot. Sure. So, when I'm with this person, I always wear a mask. So I'm going to be still wearing a mask, at least probably once a week. Because that's how often I see this person. So
I always have masks in my bag, which I
just feel like this is the life we live in. We have we knew that things were going to be different with the pandemic, and here it goes. It is different. This is one of the things. I now have a stock. I bought like 200 masks for
disposable ones.
Yeah,
I have the washable.
Yeah, I have the.
But I've got like 8 of those, so I have a day of the week kind of thing.
Right. No, I have. Because those don't do as well as unless you have like some specific type of material, or do you wear like the filter things underneath?
I do have filters that I will put in there when I know it's like a airplane. Like when the last time I flew, I made sure there was filters in there.
Oh yeah, like yeah. As long as you have the ones with pockets where you can put a filter in it if you need to, I think that's fine. Yeah. But no, these are just the really good ones.
Well, I've said before, I'm vaccinated up to the eyeballs.
Right. So am I, but I also don't like the fact that I fucking got a cold. Like even
vaccine,
just that.
I do the vaccine.
Right.
Everybody's vaccines in me.
I know, because of my age, I have start thinking about all those extra vaccines like shingles and shit like nobody had to think about.
So
But I now know a couple people who've had shingles, and I wouldn't want anybody. Well, I would. There's plenty of people I would say I'd love for you to get shingles.
I know that everybody's different, but I would totally suggest don't get 2 vaccines at the same time. Good God.
No, I know somebody one of my former coworkers at Parkley did that and felt so sick afterwards.
Die.
I felt so bad for them. I was like, oh,
and one of them was COVID, and the other one was I did the last of the shingles.
I think they did shingles and COVID at the time too.
Oh my God, I thought I was gonna fucking.
They went
die,
on,
man.
and this is a person who didn't really call out of work very much at all. Very responsible. Had to call out for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like that is, I mean, COVID alone definitely caused some people, the COVID shots definitely alone caused some people to have issues. But
I just felt kind of blah for a day. But when I had the 2, I was going to die, man.
Yeah, Dan was fine. Like, I don't know. He had a bad reaction to one of them. I had a bad reaction. I had a reaction right away to one of them where I felt a little bit nauseous, like while I was still there. But then the nausea went away and it was fine. And, I just drank some water and sat there for 10 minutes like they make you do or whatever. And then I went away. Anyway, what a boring topic.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Whatever. We do what we fucking want.
Hey, we got nowhere to go but up from here.
Kind of true.
Oh,
we still care about public health. This is the point.
Absolutely.
Dave and I are big fans of public health and thinking about others when you're out there in the world. And yeah,
there is a website, a group of people who are doing this called the People's CDC. Mm-hmm. And Cool Cats for Change actually gets emails from them just in case there's any public health things, because the CDC doesn't post shit about COVID anymore. Mm-hmm. And even the People's CDC is saying, hey, here's the best we can do, but
it's hard to get the numbers
it's hard to get the numbers now because no one has to report anymore. So God forbid they actually do it anyway. So, but COVID's still out there, and it's
so weird. It's so weird that people don't even
I know
you should have to,
but the government doesn't want to be seen as if they can't be in control.
I understand. Yeah, I understand it, but it's not even. It's like this is just reality. It's just reality. Like just be honest.
Fuckers got to run for office again, and they can't be seen as if they can't handle this.
It's just the way it is, though. I mean, that's just how I look at it. And it is what it is.
That's not how political opponents will put it in attack ads and shit like that.
But in truth, it is what it is. And we just have to do the best we can to try to do the best we can. Oh, my God. I can't do this. Is why I can't.
Listening to facts.
I know. I just.
So, anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys a little heads up here. So, next week we have a guest.
Special K.
Special K is going to be here, and I asked her to come on to talk about something specific, but we're going to catch up. I don't know exactly what in her personal life she's willing to talk about, but she's been doing some interesting shit since the last time she's been on. And even if she says, no way, Dave, I'm not going to share that, she is coming on to talk about reading. Don't go away. Wait, don't.
Oh, it's not next weekend, because next weekend's Pride.
No, she's come. We're doing. Oh, sorry. I guess I should tell you this, huh? We'll be doing the show Sunday at 2:00.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I should probably tell you that.
Yeah, you probably should have, because I thought we were doing. I thought our Special K time was after that. That's fine. I mean, it's not like I have a life. I can totally do something.
Sorry about that.
Sunday at 2.
Sunday at 2.
All right, we're all finding out.
So our local Pride. Because June is known as Pride Month.
Right,
but
like
Rochester's
everywhere else in the world.
Right. And Rochester's always the next month. You're doing a thing, right? You're doing bracelets.
Yes, I am. Yes. Anybody who's in the Rochester area who's going to the Pride Parade, honestly, the best parade in Rochester. I think anybody who does parade likes to go to one.
It starts later, so that's one bonus.
Well, it starts later. It's just more fun. It's colorful. It's fun. I think it's family friendly. Some people think there's too many boys in tight pants and no shirts on, and that's too much. But I guess it depends on the people.
I'm not saying there's too many, but there are that.
I think there's plenty, and there could be more. Yes. I'm all for it. So I guess to me, it's just a good time to teach your kids that it's okay. People can do what they want.
Billy, that's a banana hammock.
I just feel I don't know. To me, I mean, Jerry and I took Alex to the Pride Parade when he was young, and you know what? He didn't seem to have any questions about it, but if he did, it would have been as simple. Well, they're just really happy. They like their bodies. They don't mind showing it off. That's just how they feel about it. And that would have been an easy thing to say. It would have been simple. This is how they feel like showing their bodies off. That is their pride. And
it turned him into a big flaming gay.
Yep, I'm sure that's what happened. I'm sure that's exactly what happened. I don't know. Anywho, Pride Parade, the best
So
one.
now that you know that we're doing the show next week on Sunday, something that Special K doesn't know, but you'll know this.
Oh, good.
I don't know. She may say no, but before we record, I have bits to do.
Oh, I hope so.
I did some writing, hung out
yesterday,
and I got some
writing.
Interesting, yeah.
Nice.
And I'm hoping to do one or two more over the week. So we'll have some bits. I do have new bits.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's fun. I love new bits.
Weird ones.
Yeah.
Well, one of them's just to me. It's just a one person. Probably a dude should do it, and it's another one of those dumb lawyer commercials, which will be good. It's pretty good. But the other two are left for a new language app, and it's gonna ring. Yeah, Stuart's gonna be involved in this, and it's gonna be
great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good times, but a little weird. So we'll have a guest on. Special K will be back, and I guess for our Patreon, I should post one of our old shows that she was on.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to hear when Special K was on previously, I will post
that
an
was
old
a long
show.
time ago.
It was a long time ago.
10-ish years?
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I don't know if it was that long, but it was a while. She was here. She's been in this room.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's something more recent than that.
But this house we've been in this house 10 years. This will be 11 next month.
Crazy.
I'm just saying, because it's my 10-year anniversary next month.
Oh, that's right. Crazy.
Less than a month. So it could be 10 years, but
probably not then. I'm probably thinking of other times. Yeah.
But it's still a while ago. Yeah. So speaking of which, our Patreon. So I'm supposed to do it every month, but just gets caught up. I caught up and stuff. But I did send out postcards to all of our Patreon supporters, and that could be you if you want to go to patreon.com/Modesto and have quite the collection of interesting postcards that we sent out. And I just sent them out yesterday or 2 days ago, something like that. So folks should be getting those pretty soon.
Cool.
Even though it's supposed to be once a month. I don't remember if I've said this. I have one postcard I've been saving for a specific person to send to them.
If they ever join, or if
No. They're joined. They're one of our few sponsors that we have on Patreon. But the postcard, this is so bad. I need someone to die.
It's terrible.
It is, right?
It is terrible, but also funny.
When it happens,
it's gonna be great.
And I'll tell you, I don't know about great, but you'll understand. You'll be like, oh, okay, that's cool. It won't be great, but you're like, oh, okay, I see. But I've been holding on to this one postcard until this person dies, and holy crap, they're like on the fucking edge. It's like, dude, well, I'm gonna say this, and you'll probably know who it is. It's like, dude, how long are you gonna be in hospice? Like, seriously, bro. Come on, you've lived a full life. I want to send this postcard out.
Who's in hospice?
Shall I?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been in hospice a long time.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not hoping for him to die. I'm just
no. I know, but I
to
thought he was going to like a long time ago.
Yeah,
months ago.
Right. So anyway, if you would like a special postcard from us, then run over to patreon.com/Modesto, or you can get the link at stuartmodesto.com, and that would be cool. You can totally do that.
We have funny postcards.
I have funny, I have just weird, I have just from random places. Like, what the hell am I getting a postcard from St. Paul, Minnesota?
I've never been to New Mexico. I don't understand. Or some really random place, like some tiny little place like in New Mexico that like you've never even heard of. That's great.
I have a couple people who, when they travel, if they see one, they'll grab them for me. But nothing. I gotta be careful, because I've told this story before, where when I was in high school and friends started doing college visits, I just made up, just, hey, give me a shot glass. And I was kind of kidding. But now somehow the word got out that Dave collects shot glasses, and I had at least 100 after a while. Just
wow.
random. What the fuck am I going to do with everyday shot glasses?
You don't even do shots.
Not, yeah. And so, like, I carried them around from apartment to apartment, like, when I was moving every year. And eventually, I think when I left for Hawaii, they just went in the garage sale. I just had to.
What are you going to do with it? I mean, it was cool. I mean, it was nice of people to think of you, but it's like, yeah, how many... Like, I have shot glasses. I don't need any more shot glasses. Like, if somebody bought me one, I'd be like, cool.
It would have to be serious.
It would have to be something super special.
Right.
Because, like, I already have, like, these really nice vintage ones. I don't really need more shot glasses.
No.
Yeah. So don't get me any.
No, I was not.
You weren't planning on it anyway.
I was not. Let's see. What else have I got here? I did the Patreon. So I saw you posted on your social media about this. And so just a quick thing about the new kid in town. It's not really a new kid.
Oh, Threads. So in case you don't know, I'm gonna grab us another beer.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
One?
Yes, please.
All right.
And the more rich people battling other rich people.
That story.
The Zuck decided, well, I'm gonna fuck with Twitter, and I'm gonna start my own kind of Twitter. And it's called Threads, and it's part of the Facebook conglomerate.
It's really it's tied to right now it's tied to your Instagram, and right now you can't delete it without deleting your Instagram. But I guess they're going to change that.
Awesome.
Because as soon as I went on Instagram recently, it asked me if I wanted to start a Threads. I'm like, no, I don't want to get into a new. However, it makes me laugh very much watching how Muskie is getting all pissed about it.
Sure. No, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
And then they're supposed to be doing some literal cage match somewhere in...
No, Elon's mommy said no.
Of course, whatever, dude.
No, that's a fact.
I believe you. I'm just saying, just like whatever, because I don't give a shit. Seriously, I will say this, because fine, if Elon's mom put her foot down and it's not happening, that's fine. That's such a weird sentence. But what I'm saying is, I would mock anybody who paid money to see that. If it was free, fine. If you must watch it, go ahead. But if you pay money to watch two super rich people beat each other up, you need to check your life. Seriously. Just, I don't care if the money goes to charity, just give it directly to the charity. Do not hype up these fucking assholes who are blasting themselves into space and going to the bottom of oceans and beating each other up or trying to. Just don't, man. We should be
remember when
rich people.
Remember
it's
when rich people
money. It's
I know, remember when I saw this recently too. Remember when rich people did things like buy hospitals and stuff?
And some might still, but I don't. There should just be a hospital anyway. There should just be.
I know, but I'm just saying. At least there was a time when rich people actually, the Rockefellers, as much of a piece of shit as John D. Rockefeller was, and I just listened to a podcast about him recently, so he's fresh in my mind about what a piece of shit he was. However, when he died, he did leave this a huge amount, and he's the world's first billionaire. P.S. By the way, first billionaire at a very young age, and he left a huge trust. And because of that trust, there's been a lot of great things that have happened in America because of that trust. Why aren't there any more John D. Rockefellers?
Well, again, there may be, but they're just not. They're not getting the press that the fucknuts are.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not standing up for rich folks. I wish I'd memorized.
Well, even like George Eastman. Think about how much his estate has gone to different things in the Rochester area. Even John Golisano, who's still alive.
Tom.
I'm sorry, not John.
Tom Golisano.
Tom. Why did I say John?
I don't know. John Rockefeller.
John Rockefeller. Oh, that's probably why. Sorry. I think Tom Golisano. A lot of stuff named after that guy too. But at least he's giving money to do things that are good. I miss when really rich people did good things with their money and actually helped stuff.
I'll say it. I just wish there were no rich people.
I mean, that would be the ideal.
Yes.
True. I feel like there should be like a general idea of this is how much it costs to live. Everybody gets to you get to do what you can do to get to that part.
Look, when I ran for office, that was people whenever I'd have anybody ask me, and actually it wasn't even then, it was someone I had been dating once asked me if I was a socialist.
Kind of.
Well, I don't. I'm not even going to get into like the names.
In some
Okay.
levels, but not 100%.
Well, I fine. You can if you're a regular listener to the show and seeing what we do with like Cool Cats for Change and all the other stuff I've done, I'm definitely not a capitalist.
Right.
Right. So my whole thing is like, look, if some dude wants a fucking yacht that needs a little yacht for the servants, because that's a thing for somebody, someone whose name rhymes with Schmezos, and fine. If you need a yacht for your servants, great, as long as everybody has food, clothing, shelter, and healthcare. Mm-hmm. Okay? If everybody has their basic necessities taken care of, and then you want your super yacht with the smaller yacht, go to town, but there shouldn't be a hungry fucking person on earth.
yeah.
If that makes me a whatever word you want to call me, great.
It's somewhere between. It's not. I mean, I feel like we're both of us are kind of like somewhere between capitalism and socialism. I'm not really 100% in either, because I do think there's some good things to capitalism. I do think like more than one company coming out at the same time and somebody does better and that person succeeds. I don't know. I don't have an issue with that.
My definition of what success would be.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. Commerce is fine.
Yeah, I don't have an issue
And
with
that's right, commerce. But when it's any company that its number one focus is profit for shareholders, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's why I
that I
look at
do.
myself as anti-capitalist. So anyway, how the hell was I getting there?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, rich people and threads. It started with threads. We started talking about threads.
We were.
So I thought about, okay, if that's going to be the new hip thing, and I'm trying to get the word out about Stewart and all that. But man, if it was just its own thing, but it's part of the Zuck empire, God damn it.
I'm gonna wait and see. I'm not doing anything. I'm
Probably
waiting
going
to
to
see how
jump
old
on
that-
for Stewart eventually, but I'm not doing it today.
I might jump on for Rocks and Relics and all that kind of stuff at some point as well. But I'm waiting to see how. Well, first of all, I don't like how they have it set up right now. So,
I don't even know how they have it set up.
Like I said, I do know that right now it's set up that you have to have your. You can't delete threads without deleting your Instagram, and my Instagram is years and years and years. I would be very pissed off if I had to delete it. So right now I'm not gonna. I'll wait till I don't know. I feel like this is still beta stage almost. So I'm like I'm gonna wait and see
that's
how
fine.
how this goes.
I mean, I would love a truly independent, and there's Mastodon and there's other stuff that just hasn't really taken off. And,
Right.
I remember what was the Japanese one or whatever that I dipped into. They even they deleted us.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
When I can't even remember what it was called anymore. So but in that vein, I think it's now official. We can, and I know I've been teasing this for a little while. I think we can finally say it that I'm pretty much. I'm not. I wouldn't say 100%, but I'm pretty much back in the saddle in terms of being activist boy again, because I'm scattered all over the place. I'm volunteering for things again, and I'm taking on titles.
Doing it. Oh my God, you're even taking on titles, dude.
Yeah, I am,
All right.
I am the new chair of the Green Party of New York State's Eco Action Committee.
Okay.
And that's going to get connected to a bunch of other things that are happening, including what I've talked about last week. September 17th, there's going to be a huge climate change march going down in New York City. So if you're anywhere on in the Northeast coast, or hopefully there'll be stuff that you can do in your own town. And I'll be doing a Rochester contingency to get down to New York, which is about 5.5, 6 hours away. Mm-hmm. Depending on your route. And
Would it be like do you think it'd be a day trip? You're going to try to make it a 1 day trip?
I'm hoping, but again,
a bus there and back kind of thing.
Yeah, it's going to be on a Sunday of all things. I mean, I'm going to take the next day off from work, but just in case something goes weird. Excuse me, but I was hoping it would be on a Saturday, but it is on a Sunday, so I'm hoping to try and do there and back same day, or go Saturday night, so we can come back on Sunday.
Cool.
That's the goal. But more anyway, details as they get to me, I will share it just so that you can, even if you can't make it yourself, if you're somewhere else on the planet, literally, or if you're just for whatever reason can't make it, there's ways that you can support the effort, because we gotta get in people's faces, man. And I don't mean like Jane and Joe six pack. We need to get into the rich folks' faces who make the decisions and all that shit. So it's time, yo. Gotta get in there. So I'm back. I'm back in the saddle. We got coolcatsforchange.com if you haven't seen that.
I will eventually have somebody for you to talk to about a logo.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
God, I need a logo. So
I reached out to the person I mentioned last week about a logo, and even though they are themselves a little too strapped for time to do that themselves, but they have other people that are under them at their job that I feel like I hate saying underlings, but like other people, like this person's a boss lady, and then they have people that they're boss ladies of, but they may have they have other people who might be interested.
Okay, wait. So this isn't a bad thing, but I'm just trying to get a handle on this. So for those who, I don't know, I think we talked about it in last week's show. I think we were recording when we talked about this. For Cool Cats for Change, I still need a logo. And if you've a regular listener on the show, you know that's not my thing, man.
Yeah, Dave's not an artist.
Not a visual.
And I'm an artist, but I'm not an artist in that way.
Right. No, I do need it to be digital so you can.
You need a digital pro to do the thing. Yep.
Yeah. So
I could draw you something. That would be
right, and then I'd have to scan it. And
it would. We've already done this before.
No,
we already know.
No.
Doesn't work.
Not going to work well for me anyway, because I don't have.
It doesn't work well for us to do that.
So, and so I went to the person who did Stuart's stuff, and she was like, "Oh, maybe in August." I was like, I was hoping sooner. So then I went to somebody else, and he was like, "Yeah, I really don't have time to do a digital gig right now because he's doing like super huge things."
Yeah, like a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So
Melissa said that she knows somebody. So that person has a literal business?
They also work for the same employer that I work for. Just a U of R employee.
Okay.
So they work for, but they know people.
Her doing the logo or the quote underlings, that's not a U of R.
No,
endeavor.
They just know, she just knows, like she herself is not able to do the thing because of their job, they have other people that they know who might have the time to do something like that.
Oh, and it would be still an independent.
It would be an independent thing.
Oh, good.
It's just
Yes,
that this person happens to work for U of R and as a graphic designer, and they have other graphic designers under them who might have more time.
That would be amazing.
So, but anyway, we texted, and we'll get back to you on that.
All right, cool.
I know it's great to know people who are nice people, who are kind and
can do shit.
And can do shit. And I think they remember you. So when I mentioned who it was, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Well, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
You are kind of a big deal.
Nice.
I think it's just from going to. Yeah, I'm not going to say. I don't want to say.
From what?
No, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say who this person is, and then people might go, "Oh, okay."
You don't say who it is, but it's from Derby.
Yeah. We used to.
Well, we did a show.
We used to go to Derby a lot,
and we used to do. We did a show for the Derby after party.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
It sounded like crap. We were on a roof or something.
Yeah,
right?
That was so much fun.
It was, but it was just like drunk Derby people screaming into microphones.
It was so great.
It was fun on our end.
It was so much fun.
But to listen to it must have been just like drunk people screaming.
Yeah, that's like torture. I feel so sorry. Sorry to those people.
We had fun.
We had a great time.
If you didn't like it, sorry. You're still scarred from that. That's at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. So, God, now we're just doing shows remembering the old days. That's not good.
God.
We need to make some new memories.
We are making new memories. We're doing it right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know where. Will
we remember this, though?
No.
Okay.
Good thing we're recording.
Yeah. That means we have to actually listen to it, though.
I know. Look, we both snorted.
So, along with Cool Cats for Change, which is, well, let me do it real quick. I will tell you the most recent things. If you haven't been to Cool Cats for Change,
.com.org edu dot.
I did .com.
You did.
Yeah, I did .com.
I didn't know which one.
So just over this past week, you can take a quick, you can check to see if there's local actions in July about plastics, because it would be great to get rid of plastics. Tell your congressional representative to oppose sending cluster bombs to Ukraine. Fuck. I swear to God, my country blows. Protect journalists from government surveillance. You can tell the EPA to stop supporting chemical recycling.
Oh my God.
What?
What the fuck, EPA?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Thank you for this website.
Yes.
I honestly didn't even know that was a thing.
Working group. You can join the working group for this September 17th end of fossil fuel thing. Tell Congress to invest in violence interrupters. Demand an end to insider trading in Congress, stuff like that. And it's mostly internet based right now. And we're putting stuff up there like about the march in September. And we're look for other ways for you to literally hit the streets. But it's a nice thing. There's going to be an email list at some point where you can get them in your email once a week, because this is all volunteer. When I say all, I mean me.
Me.
I mean, I see some ideas, way that other people can get involved and this could blow up, but I would love it if it could be paid staff, like paying them a living wage and, healthcare and that kind of shit. But
That would be cool.
yeah,
That would be a dream.
it would.
That would be a dream. That's a good
And
dream.
also on the website, coolcatsforchange.com, there's a list of news sources where if you want to get some stuff that's not CNN and, tied to the government kind of thing, as well as a book list. Some of them authors we've had here, like Matt and Alex Vitale, The End of Policing, and people like that. And there's a web page on how to start a cooperative business. There's a whole bunch of resources there. Working on a new page to how to unionize wherever it is you do have a job, and stuff like that. So, and you also have a link, of course, to listen to Stuart Podesta Radio, because that'll always be a thing. At least as long as I can keep paying for that, too. Jesus. Did I mention Patreon?
Patreon?
Yeah, please.
Have you heard about it?
Have you heard about our Patreon? Because that'll help me keep paying for Stuart Podesta Radio and the podcast and everything else.
We love doing this.
That'd be nice. I do.
I know, I do
And
too.
as long as I have a job where I can continue to pay for this myself, I will do that. But if we had more Patreon subscribers, then hell, maybe I could make the radio station go ad-free. That would be amazing.
Oh God, that would be
Yeah, it would be
ad
cool.
free is like the coolest.
And even with the ads, which is like 4 minutes out of an hour,
Oh, that's not too bad.
no, that's not bad. There is amazing stuff on there. I like listening. If anything, I mean, how much is Spotify a month? If you were
I
to
don't
pay
have
for it?
Spotify.
Oh, okay, or any of those.
I have Apple. Is it? It's either it's somewhere between $14.99 and $16.99. I just can't remember.
Okay.
It's one of those three numbers.
I mean,
But it's three people, and you can go up to like 5 or something.
okay.
Something you can do a big amount.
I mean, I pay more to do the radio station, which is you can listen to it at stuartpodesta.com.
For free.
For free, yeah. They just got 4 minutes of ads, an hour. And but I mean, I use it just for my music, background music. I mean, I don't take the
I've
time.
had it on for background music before.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some really good stuff, and there'll be more new bits coming in next week. All of the bits we have, most of the bits that we have done are there as well. So you get to hear us and doing funny stuff and other
We're funny.
comedians, and there's funny stuff on there, and there's music on there from most genres. There's not opera.
I mean, that can change, but at this moment,
Yeah, if you can give me an opera song that's sticking it to the man, I will consider it. But but there's just about every genre on there, other than maybe opera and
it probably exists.
music.
I bet we'd have to look it up. Might be hard.
I'm busy. I know. I'm really busy.
I know you are.
I think I've mentioned that.
Yeah.
So you know what I noticed
Tell me.
lately? Because part of what I do, that's part of this, which I actually enjoy this. I'm not saying this like, oh, poor Dave, he's taking on so much stuff. No. But I've been doing this for years. I've talked about this. I have certain websites that I go to in order to get music. We're just going to leave it at that. So I don't want to incriminate myself.
No.
All right. So where I go to get music, and I used to do it to look for music to play here on this podcast, and then when copyright became an issue, thanks Spotify, you suck.
We stopped.
We stopped playing music on the show, but then I wanted to keep that creative outlet going because I
It
do
really
like
sucks
music.
too, because man, that was really fun to like listen to the music and then like make jokes about it or say whatever we want to say. But like that was like, man, those were fun times. That was some fun times. We had music.
I know.
I miss it.
But now there's Stuart Burdasco Radio.
There is.
So
Just saying, there was lots of
I
fun
know,
times,
there
lots
was.
of great talk that would happen sometimes after a song.
true. And it was our time to go to the bathroom as well, like in Radioland.
Yeah, we'd go to the bathroom, grab more drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk
that
about
too.
people.
Like, oh my God, did you really say that? Can't believe you said that.
And
Do you want me to delete it?
So I'm still for the radio station. In fact, just added another 70 songs to the library just a few days ago, and I'm ready to start going through new music as well. Again, it's a never ending. At least I try to every day go to my websites that I have bookmarked, and anything I want, download it. I do a quick run through to check out if there's any songs I want to do. Go by the names of the albums and the songs, that sound like Stick It to the Man-ish. And I've been noticing that there's a lot of songs lately coming out, different genres, different artists, but just with the title of the songs "Rise Up." So people are singing songs to quote "Rise Up." But I'm listening to, I'm all right, well, I'm going to check that song out. That sounds like something I would want to put on Stuart Burdasco Radio because it's a Stick It to the Man, Rise Up.
We like Rise Up, generally.
And they're like songs that are just saying rise up, but they're not saying what you're rising up against.
You're like, that's suspicious.
Well, it's not, I don't know about suspicious,
It's
but
suspicious.
there's only so many songs I'm willing to put on there to just say rise up, but don't tell you what to rise up about, right? So I just think it's interesting that musicians, artists are kind of getting it. I mean, we're not in the 60s in terms of protest music, but I'm just, and by the way, if anybody out there, if you have any old or new, it can be an old song from the 40s, 50s, whatever you got. If there's a song, hey, Dave, this should be on Stuart Burdasco Radio. Just social media, email, stuartburdasco@gmail.com, whatever. Just I'll get the music. You don't have to send it to me. Just give me the name. I'll go find it.
I will find it.
Absolutely. Or it may actually already be on there, but it'd be cool if you have an idea and feel free to send it. What's a good protest song off the top of your head or something you just heard or caught? And I'm finding I enjoy doing that. I enjoy just looking around and going down that rabbit hole, and you find the weirdest fucking shit.
Like just look, like we look for specific types of music, and then you're like finding all the weirdest stuff.
I don't know about specific types. I just have those websites that post. Some of the websites are just like blues, or some of it's just jazz or something like that. But then I got the generic stuff where I can get every fucking remix of every Taylor Swift song. Which
Don't want.
do you listen to Taylor Swift?
No.
Okay. I almost want to just to see what everyone's talking about.
I have one good friend who absolutely adores Taylor Swift. Like
Isn't she kind of
in their
racist,
heart
I
of
thought?
heart. I don't know. I don't think so. This friend of mine's trans, and
Okay.
I feel like if she thought she was really racist or something, that she wouldn't be into her. I mean, not that that matters. I'm sure. I mean, while you look at there's horrible people everywhere. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner is terrible. So, but this friend of mine is not terrible at all. So I don't know.
Bustle.com. Oh, that's from 2017. Damn.
I don't know. I guess like she's not my cup of tea, but I don't know.
I should probably. One of these days, I should just go listen to Taylor Swift just to see what the big.
I mean, I
deal
know
is
her. I mean, I know some of her songs.
Oh, I
I mean,
know.
she's popular enough.
Well,
I know
obviously.
some of the songs, but it's just not my thing. It's just not. I'm not into that type of pop
I don't
country
watch
genre.
the videos, but I keep seeing postings on social media because I'm on social media a lot for Stewart and activism and
You know
stuff.
what? If
People
her
are like
music,
crying at. Like,
Oh, yeah.
"What?" I'm like, dude.
if you know what, if that's
If you went to a Henry Rollins thing, would you cry? I don't know if I would.
That's actually a really great segue. Can I get into that?
You can do whatever you want.
Great. So I am going to see Henry Rollins.
Oh, okay, cool.
In September, day before my anniversary. Dan and I got VIP seats. They are not the same type of cost of VIP seats where you see in a lot of other concerts. P.S. Because like VIP seats in some concerts are like $1,000. These were not $1,000.
Well, I'm trying to. May I ask how you acquired them?
Online.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Like no skeezy thing, no.
Through Eventbrite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not Ticketmaster.
Not Ticketmaster. Eventbrite.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've used Eventbrite for something. I'm not something I don't want to talk about. I'm still scarred, but I have used Eventbrite.
I have used Eventbrite a couple times, not for too many paid things, but I have for a few paid things.
No, I've used it as like someone who posted an event.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't Eventbrite's fault. This has nothing to do with Eventbrite.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with humans.
Oh, okay. Humans that suck.
Yeah. Well,
a little bit.
We all have our foibles. We all have our weak spots, and these people decided this was the time to bring her up.
Oh, okay. Well, most of the time when I've done Eventbrite, it's been for free things. It's just been stuff like they just want to have a general count. The thing I did at Roco was through Eventbrite. This
was for a high school reunion.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm trying to think. I've done a few Eventbrite things that were just so they got a general idea of how many people were showing up.
There's only one word to describe my experience. Implosion. It was horrible.
So big shocker, Henry Rollins is not using Ticketmaster.
Yeah, that's not a shock.
Because he's fucking awesome.
I've asked you this before. If I reach out and we somehow can get an interview, can you lead this interview? Because I don't know his shit.
I know it so much.
I know you do. That's why I'm asking.
So here's my thing. I am going to meet him at this VIP thing. I am actually going to meet him. We're allowed to have a picture with him. He will sign a thing. I am going to, if I can remain I don't know how I'm going to remain composure, because anybody who knows me, who knows the show, who knows me personally, knows that Henry Rollins is literally the person I have wanted to meet in the world, like the most, who's alive.
Okay. So
I'm really going to meet like the person I really want to meet more than anybody in the live. But I really want to, if I can have some composure, I would like to tell him about the show and ask him if he'd like to be on it.
Well, should I reach out ahead before, or should I wait?
Maybe we should talk about
what's easier for you. I mean, are you going to be in a mind, and I'm being serious now, are you going to be in a mind frame where you can talk to him about it, or are you going to be like,
I don't know.
Remember that time? That was awesome.
I know. That's why I'm kind of nervous. So when Dan got to meet So Dan got to meet one of his people that he has that type of feeling about, and he froze. He literally froze. Yeah, I won't even
ask who it was.
It was Doyle from the Misfits.
Okay, all right.
Understandable, right? I mean,
well, for Punk Rock Dan.
Oh yeah,
sure,
super duper. Even I kind of said something stupid to him when I met him, because it was another one of those VIP, like, oh wait, we didn't even do VIP. We just somehow we just weaseled our way into there and getting to meet him anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't expect to weasel my way with Henry Rollins. So it's at Water Street. It's a bigger place than where we met Doyle.
Wait. What? He's going to be here.
He's going to be here in Rochester. Yeah. In September.
It's going to be in Rochester.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In September. All right. Well, I'm going to reach out.
And then he's gonna be, no, please. Okay. He's gonna be in September. He's gonna be here in September, and he's also gonna be in Syracuse. So he's gonna be in a couple places around the area for like a couple days.
Wow, Water Street. I didn't even know that place was still open.
I didn't either. I've seen him twice, but both times, it was at a different venue, like the exact same venue both times. So I was like, what?
So fill people in. Who is Henry Rollins? What is he known for?
Wow. He was
short.
second lead singer for Black Flag, which is how I know Henry Rollins. But he's also, he's a writer. He's written books. He's an actor. So he's a musician. He's an actor. He's a writer. He's also has his own. He had his own band, Henry Rollins Band, but he also does spoken word tours, and he's been doing spoken word tours for many years now. And I've seen him twice doing spoken word tours with my ex-husband, and they were amazing.
So this thing coming up in September, what is it?
Spoken word.
Spoken word.
He is hilarious. He is so funny. The time goes by so quickly because he just has so much to say, and it's funny. I mean, I'm sure so many other people say the same fucking thing, so I'm no different from anyone else. But I have felt for years that he and I have a similar like spirit of like reaching out to people, talking, learning. If I had the money, I would do so much more things than I do, but I don't have the money. But Henry is like a learner. He likes to experience things. He likes to learn. Like he did a trip on the Russian, what's the one Russian train that goes through that's pretty famous, the Siberian Express.
Okay.
Siberian Express. He did that in the winter. Like people do it in the summer because I guess in the summer it's really, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm sure I've seen pictures. It's beautiful. Siberia is actually really beautiful in the summer. It's lovely. So people do that in the summer as like a trip. People generally don't do that trip in the winter, but he did it in the winter. And he, like one of the times I saw him, he explained it. Another thing that's kind of cool about I am going to meet him. Oh my God, it's still like I'm going to meet him. I'm actually going with a friend of mine who has seen him many times, has met him, and they're like, I think they're almost on like a first name basis.
Do I know this person?
No, you don't know her.
Okay.
I don't think you know her. No. But I already reached out to her because I assumed she got tickets. So I reached out. I sent her a message on Facebook. I was like, hey, did you get tickets? Did you get VIP tickets? Dan and I got VIP tickets. She's like, no, I didn't get VIP tickets. I just got regular tickets. Because I was like, oh, we should go together. And she's like, but we should still go together. And I'm like thinking to myself, we should totally go together because also Henry knows who she is.
All right, well, I will see if there's a way I can reach out ahead of time.
Yeah,
maybe we could do a Zoom thing maybe before the show. I think he wanted to.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't want to hang out here. I mean, maybe he would, but.
Oh, no. I meant ahead of time to prep, to preview the show, is it sold out? Do you know? That's what I'm saying. To sell tickets, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it has. I don't know. We can look it up.
When we are done recording, I will literally go see if I can
figure out a way to reach out to him.
Yeah. Absolutely. No problem. Oh my
God, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But what would I say to him? I have so many things to say to him.
That's what
I'd have to make a list.
Actually,
I wouldn't have to make a list. I would go, Henry, just say something and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to say to you from anything you say.
So, all right. So back in the day, the first time I ended up interviewing people was in college when I was doing college radio. And I'm going to make this sound like it's a big deal. It wasn't a big deal. When I was the jazz director at the college radio station. And I'm
actually appreciating jazz a lot more lately than I used to. I don't know what that says about me, but I've been kind of listening to it in the background. I'm kind of digging those. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Is it smooth jazz or is it jazz?
It's like jazz.
Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah, I like jazz. Like like cool drumming and stuff. Like jazz drumming. Okay. Oh my God, I love jazz drums.
Okay.
Aren't they great? Jazz drums are great.
I don't know exactly what you mean by jazz drums, but yeah. Okay, all right. So
yeah, you do. When you hear it, you know.
Okay. So jazz drum. All right. I know what jazz flute is. Anyway, so I didn't have to do this. I took it upon myself. And when there was an album that would come in that I really liked, I would reach out. This was back in the late 80s when jazz labels actually were making a resurgence, and they were putting out a lot more records of young artists at the time. And it lasted for about good 6-7 years, and then all the corporations realized they weren't making that much money, and they just cut that shit out, and jazz went back to the underground it was before. But I got a chance to do phone interviews. This is before Skype, before any of that shit, and it was literal phone interviews with probably the most famous person I interviewed by phone was Branford Marsalis.
Oh, I even know that name, so that's good.
Right. Who was a fucking tool because he knew it was for radio. Fortunately, it wasn't live, and he kept cussing through the whole damn thing.
Ugh.
And
annoying.
it was on reel-to-reel tape, so I got to splice.
Oh,
and-
you had to do the actual splicey splice.
It was kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed doing the splice stuff. It was
You know what? My son likes to do that too.
Yeah. If you're really into jazz, Grady Tate. But you really got to be into jazz a lot.
I
Jazz
know.
drummer. He was a jazz drummer.
Oh,
Sebastian Whitaker, who we've talked about on the show when we interviewed Kelly Gray, we talked about him. Interviewed him a couple times, and that was just like my proudest. I loved talking to him. He was
Just nice
amazing.
guy.
Yeah, nice guy, and we just really hooked up well. Mark Whitfield, who nobody knows, but jazz guitarist who I really like, and I like his music. Anyway, I would have a list of these different questions, and I would kind of go at it. But then I realized as I got better at it, I on purpose stopped doing a lot of research, and I made it to where I was like, I'm meeting this person at a party. So what would you're a musician. Cool. And then I would ask questions like not like, hey, remember that time you were in the Beatles? That was awesome.
It was great.
Not like that. I mean, that's
Right.
funny. I like making fun of that. It was a great
bit.
it was a great bit from Chris Farley.
R.I.P.
But no, I've decided. So when we've had people on, when Matt, I'm not going to butcher his last name, the author of a libertarian walked into a bear.
I'm actually finishing the quack.
The quack one.
Yeah. I'm
right?
actually almost done with it. I'm about to put it on Facebook and say, who else wants this book? Because I will pass it on to you, whoever wants to read it next.
Okay, but the libertarian one I do need back because I do know who I want to give it to somebody.
Oh, great! I'm
Yeah.
I'm almost done with the other one, so I'll give you that one.
Okay.
So I'll read that. I'll finish that one and then I'll give it back to you.
Okay. So anyway, but I don't do that much prep on purpose. So if it's Henry, you already know a lot, so you don't really need to do too much.
No, I wouldn't.
You would just go ahead and act like you're meeting him for the first time, which you would be, and just go from there. Just don't do the Chris Farley bit.
No, I won't do that.
That's
awesome. That was awesome.
There are people.
Remember when you were in Black Flag?
Right. No, Kelly Gray. I was like, oh my God. I just was like, absolutely. There's been people in this room where I've been wanting to fawn over them. We'll mention their names. Eric. I'm just kidding. Not Eric. But no, there's where
You know what? Speaking of Eric. So Eric was recently on the Facebook, it has the like 10 years ago you said this thing or whatever. So there was like something, it was like 10 years ago. I posted something like, this is the last podcast with E-Man. I'm sad or something like that.
Yeah.
Having feels about my last podcast with E-Man.
So Eric was on the show was a co-host on the show for, 2-3 years at least.
Oh, it was great.
Something like that.
It was so much fun. The three of us.
It was,
God.
there was a lot of beer consumed. A lot of beer.
I can't even drink like that anymore. Yeah. No, I can't. I really can't. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah. Anyway, and I would say go back and listen, but at the time I had to take all those shows down, unfortunately. So you can't.
Yeah.
Unless you become a Patreon supporter, and then maybe I'll.
Then you trust us. Then you're in the circle. Then you're in the circle of trust.
As I'm sorry, but I'm going to put one from Special K on.
Aww.
Yeah, I'll put one up at our Patreon, so you can go listen to that. Thank you. These are the last beers, aren't they?
They are.
Okay. Well, we're almost done anyway.
I know that means the show's almost over, so it worked out.
Well, so I was going to say we can always go for another beer if you want.
Good.
I don't know what you have plans for tonight.
I don't have plans. I got no plans. I can't have plans. I can't do things. Oh, I lifted something today that might have been more than 25 pounds, and I'm okay.
When I said if you have plans, I didn't mean go like squatting, like going to the gym. I didn't mean that.
I know, but I did though. I did lift something today that was more than 25 pounds, and I was fine.
You strong women, I swear to God, you
I know.
don't follow directions well.
I know, but
My wife's one too.
I know we're bad. I know. I'm sure she's just as bad as I am.
I'm not going to listen to some man just because you're a doctor.
I know. Well, okay, but if I had felt like any sort of pulling, like I get it. It's weird. Okay, I still this feels, even though this surgery was more invasive than than having my tubes tied, like this hurts way less than having my tubes tied. It was way
Dude, they took like your lady parts out.
I know, but it wasn't the exact same surgery. It was similar. It was laparoscopic, but it wasn't done by the Da Vinci robot. So it's different.
Doesn't help me at all. Okay.
Well, I told you last week.
You said it was a robot, but I didn't.
Yeah,
you
his
didn't
name
say
was
the
Da Vinci. It's like millions of dollars, this robot, and they have 2 of them there. It's pretty crazy. But I think it's because this, like my other surgery was done laparoscopically, so it was still pretty less invasive, but this one was even more less invasive because of the robot.
Okay.
So I think that's why. So it's weird. I should feel way worse. I felt my other one was way worse.
They just rubbed a Roomba over you, didn't they? That's all they did. They just sucked it out with a Roomba.
I don't know, maybe.
All right.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm no doctor, but
but I'm gonna play one on TV right now.
Oh, on the internet, totally. Mm-hmm. If you can't be a doctor on the internet, I don't know what the hell you're doing.
What are you doing with your life?
Well, you can be not a priest, pastor. What do you get the internet stuff?
Oh, Reverend.
I think I did Reverend. I think I did that like 20 years ago. I don't even know how I could look that up.
Oh, I did that too with
everyone has.
the Church of Dude.
Hasn't everyone like
at some
done
point
that,
become
gotten
like
drunk and yeah.
decided to become a reverend somewhere? Yeah, I mean, I have too.
I think I had Whitey do it once. A made up
Not even
person.
a real person.
I know.
That's awesome.
All right, we only have a few minutes.
All right, now we're just getting silly.
We are, but so you want to brainstorm something really quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I still have literally hundreds of copies of the second Whitey CD.
Oh my God, how many times have we talked about this over the years?
No, but we've never decided what I could do with these things.
No, we've talked about it many times. I mean, we're talking about at least 10 plus years we've talked about this.
For those who don't know, oh God.
So embarrassing.
No, I'm not going to say it's embarrassing. Actually, no, I am.
No, you shouldn't be embarrassed. No, you don't need to be embarrassed.
I'm semi-proud of it because what it was, it's an extension of what we do here. It was a satirical project that made fun of cultural appropriation. Now, I didn't have that vocabulary back then. I'd never even heard of the word appropriation.
Just knew.
Yeah,
I knew it when I saw it.
No, I just like, here are these white people doing like really dumbass shit that they shouldn't be.
Right.
I'm going to make fun of this.
Right.
So it's actually, technically it was 2. And it didn't start out this way. It started out as some.
I think I still have.
Speaking of, you should. Damn it!
I think I
spent money on that shit, man. So
no, I didn't.
You want another one? What? I spent money on.
Oh, I'm like, I didn't spend any money. You gave it to me.
Of course. Technically, you can still go to Amazon and get it. In theory. I know. I don't even know. They're in a warehouse. There's like 3 copies of this in a warehouse in Seattle somewhere.
Oh, so like if somebody ordered, they really would get one.
I think so.
And it wouldn't come from you.
No, I don't think so.
That's hilarious.
So, look, if you want one, folks, just reach out. I will pay for the postage to fucking mail this thing to you.
Just to get rid of one more.
Yeah. No, I try to every time there's a garage sale, I always slip it in and no one fucking buys it.
Yeah.
Even for 50 cents. There's a naked woman on the cover. There's boobies.
You would think with the boobs.
Yeah.
We've all seen boobs.
It's not meant to be sound urban, to sound black, whatever term you want to use. It's not meant to be that way. It was satirical. And it was funny when I sent them out to get reviewed in zines and all these other things, nobody got that it was satire. No one got it. They thought I was trying to be serious. I'm like, bro.
Look at me.
Clearly. Well, they didn't. They wouldn't know who I was. It was all by mail back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't much of an internet. There was, but not like now.
Not like now, yeah.
So the first CD was totally homemade. Like the CDs were burned on my computer.
That's precious.
It is. And that CD, I think there are 3 copies in a warehouse in Seattle. I think you can get that one. But the second one was actually sent off to a company that processes CDs, and it was professionally done. And I ordered 1,000.
That was the Sapphic Delight one, right?
Yeah, and I could have gotten like way less, but it was like $100 more to like triple the amount of CDs. So I was like, what the hell? All right, it's only $100 more. So now I'm stuck with boxes of these motherfuckers. And Eric and I, bringing back Eric, we had an idea to just give them out on the corner during a jazz festival here in Rochester one year. Just hand them out. It's some really dated shit.
I know,
It's really
I know
funny.
some of it would be like, what? If they didn't know you.
And the website, when I was in Hawaii and I was like not sure how I was going to eat that week, that's when the domain name came up for renewal and I lost the domain name. So I don't even have Whitey.com anymore.
Oh.
And it's like, if you want it, you can bid on it. It's not
One of
just
those
an
kind of
ethos.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody scooped it up and they're just holding on to it. They've been holding on to it for 20 years. So I was thinking at some point maybe just put a page off of Stuart, like an archive, explaining what Whitey is and just saying,
how silly it was.
please fucking take this CD off my hands. I mean, if anything, it's a coaster, whatever.
I mean, CDs are coasters.
and if you get
If you take
Star
it,
kind
you
of
can
thing?
Ninja Star one of those fuckers. Could be a
I'd like to think that
be a weapon.
it's still funny in some ways. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. So I should have done this, made it like an old Rush album where the 3 lesbian songs right in a row. I should have made it like the lesbian suite. Act 1, 2, and 3. And I didn't. Because people look at this and like, kind of obsessed with lesbians here, aren't you? And I realize it does look like that, but there's actually a reason
It's
why.
called Sapphic Delight, dude.
No, I know, but there's a reason why that happened that way, because the whole Whitey thing started as this underground tape thing. It's just a goof amongst a few people, and different tapes, each one had a different lesbian themed song on it. And when we decided to do CDs, the ones that everybody said that they wanted that should be on the CD, somebody, people said this lesbian song and this lesbian song. So I just put them all in one. So it looks like there's an obsession there, but it's not. It's just by request. Those are the songs people wanted. So
I'm not saying we don't love lesbians.
no, it's totally each song was approved by a lesbian.
I know which lesbian you're talking about. I'm sure.
No, each were different lesbians.
Oh, different
And some you
lesbian.
don't know. You've never.
Oh,
This is
okay.
from
I
a while
assumed it
back.
was the same I assumed it was the same person that used to be a
Who's
person on the show.
Who? No. Actually, she had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was her.
Nope. One person has been a guest on the show. Another person has not. No, the other 2 were not.
Okay.
But these were lesbian approved. They understood. Cool. They thought it was funny, and they were like, "You have my blessing, Dave. Go for it."
You have my blessing. You're like, okay, thank you, friend, lesbian friend.
Yes.
For giving me
So
your
if
blessing.
you would like a copy of this CD, the second one, I would have to literally burn a CDR for the first album. And I don't even have like any of the paperwork, the jacket somewhere. It was on the
Anyway,
So just tell me. I will fucking send it to you. I've got hundreds. Hundreds. If you have an art project.
so what if somebody bought the one that is on there on Amazon? Would you get the money? Like, how would that even come to you?
Well, yeah. So the email address that was when I first sent this was literally decades ago. In fact, the second CD came out in 91.
like, you probably wouldn't even get the money at this point.
The email address that is so long gone. In fact, it may even been an AOL account. I'm serious.
I had an AOL account once.
Yeah, that was my
But
first email.
but that was the time. It was early 90s.
Yeah, no,
It
there
was the
weren't
way
that
it
many
was.
choices.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, what else even was there? I don't even know what else.
Netscape.
Oh, Netscape. I forgot about Netscape.
Then Net Zero came for a little while.
Yep,
and there was a few things like that.
Yeah, yep, I remember that. But
So-
no, I did have AOL for a while.
Yeah. So
Diana
yeah, no.
Prince.
I wouldn't even get
Yeah.
get the 20 cents or whatever I would have made off of it. I don't remember. So yeah, but I don't
It'd
care.
be funny if some random 20 cents just showed up in your account. You're like, what the fuck is this from?
No, I didn't have. There wasn't even an account for this endeavor. There wasn't a bank account. It wasn't that official. It was.
It's so weird to think about. Like Amazon, when it first came out, really was just about books and music. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all you found there.
No dildos.
No dildos.
Although the dildos they usually sell are like not good for you.
So don't buy dildos
Don't get
there.
those.
We have dildos for sale.
Go to stuartbadasco.com.
Go to our website and get
Awesome
your dildos there.
Oh, actually, thank you. We got to
You're
talk
welcome.
about something.
Let's talk about dildos.
Well, no, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is we may have found a way to test drive some sex toys again
Oh, that's cool.
whenever you're ready.
Okay. Right now, I'm not.
I know.
Right now, I can't put nothing down now.
I know. The bad
got
news
rules.
is that it looks like there might be a few hurdles to get over before we can do
all
it.
right.
But I'm going to hit stop in just a second and I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll be back next week with Special K, and we're going to have new bits and all sorts of shit. So to take part in the Stuart Berdasso media empire, you can go to stuartberdasso.com or coolcatsforchange.com, and you can listen to the radio station. You can order the sex toys. You can listen to podcasts, new and old. There's a million things for you to do at all of our sites. So go check them out. Have some fun. Share it with others. Share the links on Threads that you just started. If you did, tell us if we should be on there. Tell me you want a Whitey CD. I will totally send you one.
That'd be so exciting.
I will. It would be great. I'll send you tons of stuff. So we'll be back next week with Special K and a whole lot more. Thanks for tuning in.
Ciao.
Bye.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Melissa, how are you?
Okay, I guess. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
Well, do you ever get that not so fresh feeling?
Do I? Can't you smell that?
Yeah, I was going to say something, but it was a bit awkward. So you're going to do something about it?
You betcha. I just got back from the store with these.
Eric, is that fly paper?
Haha, no. It's new from the people at Pubtronics. They're called panty teasers. Just peel the back off and put a strip in your favorite boxers, briefs, granny panties, period underwear, even your Johnny Vagina thong. Then bask in your own aroma.
Hey, is that bubble gum?
Hell yeah. There's also watermelon, floral, and almond. Though personally, I'd stay away from the chocolate surprise. Hey, where are you going?
To get me some panty teasers. Tonight is date night at the Lemke house.
Don't go around smelling like you have carp in your pants. Get new panty teasers wherever fine toiletries are sold. And Pier 1.